Hey everyone, Dudes Jude here back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and this time we're taking a look at my winning Tenpai Dragon deck list, post-July Banlist, from the Kaido list Battle Frontier Dominators tournament, which ended with this deck as the champion with a 10-3 record. So, breakdown of that tournament, I got a 9-3 record in Swiss, won the finals. The finals was between the top two. Opponent was first place and had 10-2, so I faced Voiceless there. So for the matchups, I had 3 Voiceless. I had a 1-2 record. I think it was 2-2 actually. So pretty evenly matched. Voiceless is really good into the format because it did not get hit. I struggled a bit against Chimera Fiendsmith, which was like 1-2 or 2-1, but it was a pretty difficult matchup nonetheless. Faced 2 stun decks, which fortunately got to beat. Faced Ice Barrier as well. And Hero Fiendsmith, which is interesting and really good because Hero is already good on its own. And when they have Fiendsmith, it gives them that extra disruption and extra negate that can protect their board. So let's go break down the deck. So this is 40 cards, and keep in mind this is the July OCG Banlist, so Sangen Summoning is at 1. But thankfully we have some tech that can kind of help us get into that field spell more effectively. But let's go with the main deck first. So first, 2 Pydra. 2 Pydra is very standard. It's right now, post info, it's okay to have 2 Pydra. Might try to bump this up to 3 just to see the spell searching more, but it's fine. And next we have 1 Fadra. Cut this to 1. I usually like this at 2 for some grind game, but then again, seeing this in your opening hand kind of gets annoying, so just have 1 of these. You have 3 Chandra. Chandra is probably the best Tenpai monster right now. It's a walking OTK if you get the sequence right. So, really great extender. If you have a Fire Dragon, you can just special summon this from hand, start your Synchro plays, start your OTK plays, and it's all good. Next, we have 2 of Genroku. So, Genroku is your like Italy / Poplar, which is really good. It's kind of like, works like how Poplar gets original Sinful spoils to you. So, that's really good. Keep in mind when you're using its summon effect, you're locked to dragons, but that's fine since you're running dragons already. And of course, we're gonna put 2 Door Draco. So, Door Draco only works when you normal summon it, so you can add a Fire Dragon from your hand. You can add Chandra here, you can add Genroku. But the best target there is Genroku because this allows you to start your OTK as well. Works as your second starter if you do not have Pydra. Okay. Rest of the Tenpai engine, 1 summoning, it's kind of painful to see 1 summoning in the deck. Less consistent, kind of hurts certain matchups where you want to OTK, you want to have the field spell protection, but you only have 1 of these and you can replace it once it gets hit by Cosmic Cyclone or Ghost Ogre, so it's pretty hard. But still playable. So, got to go through Swiss with a decent 9-3 record, so it's not as bad, but it's difficult. 3 Sangen Kaiman, of course. 1 card OTK as well. Very simple, and this allows you to play around roll in certain cases. Because you can just, if your opponent activates roll and you still have this, you can chain it to at least have 1 more ad before you can't search anymore. So, for the consistency cards, Pot of Prosperity and Terraforming, Terraforming becomes even better because you only have 1 field spell. Prosperity is always really good because it gets you digging for your board breakers, for other tech, for more Tenpai, so it's really good. So next up, we have our weird field spell package. So this one is set rotation. So set rotation allows me to set Sangen Summoning and this card here, Wayward There's a Will, to the opponent's field. So now Wayward There's a Will kind of works like two extra copies of Pot of Prosperity, where you excavate based on the number of cards your opponent controls. You add one and return one to the bottom of the deck alongside the other excavated ones. So yeah, this is a pretty janky package, and while it did save me a finals game, uh, it's really weird. It doesn't it's not as good. I think Wayware by itself can be played without set rotation because this works like Pot of Prosperity, and with a good amount of meta decks having pretty sizable boards, you can excavate enough to uh, make this a valid choice for your deck. Okay, that's for the. Now we have two board breakers. So Forbidden Droplet, I used to run 3, but I think 2 is fine. Sometimes you just want to see more hand traps, you want to see more Tenpai. But this is really good because Voiceless was a matchup I had seen the most during the tournaments, and Voiceless hates Droplet, so that was really good. Won me a game in the finals. For the hand traps and staples, well, it's most hand traps now. Magnumut allows you to search any dragon. At the end phase, you can add Genroku. Genroku get Pydra to get you a spell already, which is really good. 3 Maxi, we're in OCG, so Maxi punishes. And Maxi, when you're going second deck, is way, way, way better because you get to draw more and have a bigger hand that can play through your opponent's board. Always great. 3 Ash, you're usually using this to counter Maxi, but then again, Ash Blossom always is handy when it comes to searching or special summoning from deck. Always stops crucial plays if you time it right. Really great. Although a lot of decks can play through Run Ash, but a well-timed one can at least slow the opponent down enough. So 3 Imperm and 3 Veigar, your face-up negates, always great right now, especially with stuff like Fiendsmith, Voiceless Voice, and whatever meta build right now, it's really good. Always solid, and not once per turn. So that's always good. Next we have 2 DD Crow, really good for removing stuff in the graveyard like Low of the Voice, Fabled Glory is really annoying. Mirror matches, you can banish a Tenpai target, banish the level 4, banish Fadra, it's really good. 2 Ghost Bell. 2 Ghost Bell allows me to play or counter Called By, which is nice, but I usually like using this against like Voiceless and also Fiendsmith, so it always works really good. And of course, the off chance that your opponent has something like a Circular or Revolt, it's always good. Ghost Bell will be solid for Fiendsmith format because a lot of GY revives exist. And next we have 2 Drolan Lockbird, really good card right now because you can stop a Fiendsmith deck off the ad, and they can't really move too much, so that's gonna hurt them a lot. And Droll is generally good against most matchups, so that's fine. Next we have our extra deck. So extra deck, we have the level 7s. Black Rose for board wipe. It's a bit riskier to do this because if you're doing this under the protection of Sangan Summoning, you wouldn't have another copy to keep you protected after. Meteor Burst and Samurai Destroyer, they both serve a similar purpose of shutting down effects during battle phase. Samurai Destroyer prefer this against Ubel. So next we have 2 Bident. 2 Bident, really solid. This is your OTK. This is the middle of your OTK combo, and you have a free MST once per duel. Always handy. Of course, level 7 Tuner goes into your level 10s, which is Transcend. Transcend just shuts down your opponent during battle phase, basically telling your opponent can't do anything to stop your OTK. Tenpai Dragon, just to make sure you can OTK through bigger boards. And that's it for the Synchro guy. Now we have our Link. Striker Dragon is just for SP Little Knight. Seals is your usual turn 1 play because it's not as good to have a big board on Tenpai because, well, it can't make one, and it's a bit risky if your opponent wants to run board breakers or, just wants to find ways to shut down your board different ways. So this is the safest play. Hita, great in mirrors, great in fire matchups because you can go into Promethean. Promethean can revive a Tenpai name, can reset your OTK lines. I've done this in mirror matches more often. It's really great. Next, we have a bit new to the deck, for my deck personally. The Zeus package. So Fortune Tune goes up into Down Nerd and Zeus. I have not used this, but then again, if I have something like a U-Bell matchup where I can't OTK because of the U-Bell names, I can just use Zeus to board wipe. Kinda handy, very niche, but have not used it, so I've yet to think if I have to remove it or not. So lastly, we have the side deck to Nibiru because your opponent, a lot of meta decks have long combos, so you're punishing them with Nibiru is really great. To Phantasme, a lot of Link monsters. If you're facing something like Rescue Ace, Fiendsmith, Snake Eyes, you're gonna have a good amount of draws. This also has like a negate function. It's pretty decent. Next, we have two targets for seals. Kawaki Mare Dragon prevents light and dark decks from summoning. Light and dark, so it's really great. Grand Tusk Dragon, I kind of wanted to use this as like board breaking tech going first. So you summon this off seals, you can pop 2 cards off summon. Same with like the Zeus package, and never got to use it the entire tournament run. Next we have Duster and Heavy Storm just for back row hate. We're in the Philippines, so Philippine meta, Philippine decks. There's a lot of floodgates and stun cards, so just to save you. Heatwave, if you're forced to go first, you can use Heatwave to just skip your opponent's turn basically. So always great if it works. We have Cosmic Cyclone for more back row hate because Cosmic Cyclone can react faster than Duster and Storm. Really great against a lot of floodgates and even stuff like Voiceless Voice. Lastly, Red Reboot. I am not a fan of floodgates and trap cards, so we just want to make sure that we just end games here and then. This won me the final, so really handy side. And that's it. So 15 on the side, 15 on the extra, of course, and then we have 40 cards. And that's it for my winning Tenpai Dragon deck profile post July OCG Banlist. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions about Tenpai Dragon or other Tenpai builds, leave it at the comment section of this video. And if you like this video, you can leave a like, you can share it, you can also subscribe to the channel. That would be really awesome. And once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. So, goodbye guys!